Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Roughing it today. Listen, I just want to get this video out right now and just have a few things pulled up. Let's talk about this overall market. There's been a shift in sentiment as far as this market, this bull market that just would not stop. It would not stop. And again, it may not be over yet, this bull market. I did say on my last video that this week would most likely be a truth teller, and we are going to concentrate on the market and trade the market that we are in, and not to be too quick to try to time a reversal. So I know a lot of people out there are shorting things. You know, you're shorting SpaceX, you're shorting the Qs, you're shorting the SPY, and you're doing puts. And I would just be careful because we have this geopolitical situation that's going on. And that's part of one of the reasons why, of course, that we have a little market sell-off today. So I took a few notes. I may put on my bifocals, my glasses. All right, so bond yields are spiking because of global bond sell-off, right? So the global bond sell-off is spooking the market. That's been a big thing. You know, what is the bond yields going to do to the overall market? They're going high, right? One of the reasons is the geopolitical situation in the Straits of Hormuz, okay? It's causing oil to spike, right? And if oil spike, it causes the sticky inflation to remain, okay? And then that could lead to the banks holding their rates higher. So we have other data that's going with that. Now we're just going to go over these data points so you can make a decision on what you think is happening with this market. Okay, so it also, so we had Home Depot. All right, let's go there. Home Depot reported, and it showed that they had good earnings, right? They had good Q2 earnings, but it also revealed a crack in the consumer. The consumer is holding off the big remodeling project. That's very important. You say, hey, I'm not remodeling my home. That doesn't affect my stock. Yes, it does. This measures the health of the consumer, right? Remember, we had retail sales last week. Well, if the retailer, you and I, are spending less, it affects the overall economy, and it does have weight on your stocks, okay? So now we got Walmart. Walmart is due to report Thursday morning before opening bell. So usually earnings come after closing bell. Walmart is a big one. It's due to report before opening bell. So by the time the bell tolls, we will have the results from Walmart. Walmart is a very important as it pertains to the retailer. Walmart is a real pulse, and a lot of analysts look at Walmart to show the strength of the retailer, okay? So let me give you a few key earnings that you got to keep an eye on. Walmart, McDonald's, Home Depot, Target, or for some of the bougie people, Target, okay? Dollar Store, and banks, right? These, we already had the financials. They always come first. They let you know the health of the consumer. And then, of course, jobs. People are literally tapping out of the job market, and companies are reporting less job openings. So there's less jobs being offered, and that alters. So, of course, we had PPI, we had CPI, we had retail, okay, and then we had jobs before that, and we see what's happening. The biggest thing weighing now is the war and the geopolitical situation that's further causing this bond sell-off and bond prices and oil prices to spike. That is weighing heavy on the stock market right now. So I have my computer right here, and I could see that the SPY had a big gap, right? A gap down. SPY had a gap down, and the Nasdaq or the Qs had a gap down from yesterday's trading session till today. And that gap did not fill, right? And I'm looking at SpaceX as we speak now, where at open, it had already gapped down at open, and it actually is coming back, right? At the time of filming this, it's down 1.22%. And a lot of people have their eyes on SpaceX because a lot of people have shorted SpaceX, and some have shorted it too early, okay? And remember, I'm going to get some SpaceX. I'm waiting on the right time. At the time of filming this, we have the Nasdaq down 334 points, okay? S&P down 44 points. The Dow Jones down 77 points. And SpaceX is down 1.6 percent. I'm sorry, 1%. Okay? And so this information, as we see the Nasdaq slipping by 1.25%, it may be a sign of what's to come. And I don't want you, I know you guys, I know I've been saying I expected a pullback. And I know some of you are thinking, hey, this is that pullback that Larry's been talking about. Well, it may not be. We're going to trade the market that we are in, but it appears to be for today. But this week is a truth teller, I believe, in the direction of the overall market, right? And so we're just going to trade the market that we have. Now, I'm looking at the Qs and the SPY, and I know my money movers, that's the top link below in the description tab. I know you guys are making money because I gave you the levels. Even on my day off, I gave the levels, okay? I didn't actively trade, but I just checked in and my money makers are making money. And so if you wanna make money while this volatility is going on, you want to learn another skill, and we teach you that with options, okay? So that's the things that I wanted to quickly bring to you today, because by the time closing bell gets here, I won't be home. So what do you do right now? I say wait for a clear direction if you're gonna make any big moves, right? On a day like today where the Nasdaq is down 1.25%, for me personally, is not enough for me to start buying anything, especially any big tech or anything like that, that the bears may take control of and push further down. So be careful of buying every dip. I know I used to buy these dips, but remember, the market has been steady going higher and higher and higher. And so while the market is at such a high, I refrain from buying these little dips on such a high market. I'm waiting for a bigger pullback. And if it never comes, I have bought enough dips to be okay. Okay, and if you've been following me, you've done it too. So you're in a good position. So what I'm doing right now is simply cashing up. I am strategizing. I am going to, in money moves, I am going to build my own AI portfolio. That's one of the things I plan on doing with my money movers. And I'm going to continue to come here and tell you guys what I think overall and drop some gems when they come available. We're not going to force this market. We're going to trade the market that we are in. Because of that, we stayed bullish when it was the right time to stay bullish. Now I'm in this short period of time, and it's short, where I'm simply cashing up, meaning I'm putting more money into my brokers. And if the market should come down, okay, what's happening right now is not the norm. I'm just telling you right now, this is not the norm for us to be in this sort of bull market right now, especially in a midterm. This is not the norm, okay? Just know. Normally, we'd be getting spanked right now, and it hasn't happened. But do I expect it to happen? Yes, I still expect it to happen. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I do expect it to happen, All right. So remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. You got to do your own due diligence, and we'll talk about it. Meanwhile, make a strategy, have a plan, and we can discuss this at the bank. All right. Listen, check out the links below. Top link below is Money Moves if you want to see my moves. The link beneath that if you want to learn everything you need to know to make money with stocks, crypto, and options. I also have that in Stock Up You, which is a full-on class. It's not a monthly deal. It's a full-on class about everything you really need to know to make money in the stock market. And hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn.